goals in 114 previous caps for England. And they'll be hoping he can fire them to glory in this competition this time around. Well, the roof is closed. It's 21 degrees. It's perfect conditions. There's no excuses against the weather for this one. Today's referee is from France, Clement Turpin, assisted by Nicolas Danos and Benjamin Pages. Fourth official, Katia Garcia from Mexico. And, just to add to all of that, we also have the VAR officials as well, which we'll come on to in a second. Luka Modrić and Harry Kane are the two captains shaking hands on the halfway line. Jérôme Brissard, by the way, is the French official with Willy Delajour, who's also from France. They are the two officials from the French Federation that will be on VAR. Well, I'm not going to go through the two substitutions, two subs benches for you, because they are pretty much the rest of the squad. Of course, England yesterday announced that Tino Livramento would be taking no part in the World Cup through injury. So Trevor Chalobah is the player that's been called up. He is essentially a central defender, but he can play at right back, and he's the player that gets the nod. And it's called into Thomas Tuchel's 26. It's an experienced Croatian side. Kovacic, Kramaric, Modrić, they're all on 100 caps. Pasalic is making his 86th, and Livakovic's 76th appearance today. Gvardiol is one shy of the half century. They have no shortage of experience. By the way, Kovacic of Manchester City on the bench today. He's another player that's had his injury problems in the last week or two, and he is on the bench. Incidentally, two managers just shaking hands, and Zlatko Dalic has come out with a little gift bag for Thomas Tuchel. I wonder what's in that gift bag. Will we ever find out? I think that might be something that gets questioned on social media in the coming hours and days. What's in that bag from Zlatko Dalic? But anyway, let's put that bag to one side, shall we? England are about to kick off. Declan Rice is standing over the ball. England in all white, Croatia in their change kit of all royal blue. England are going to be kicking in the first half from left to right. The roof is closed, the stadium is full. It's a big England contingency amongst the crowd. Can they replicate the great heroics of world domination in 1966? It's been a long time coming. A nation always pumps itself up for a major tournament. We'll try yet again as of now. We're off and underway. We've played 20 seconds. Croatia have a throw in. It's in their left back position. Came off of Madweke last. It's going to be with Gvardiol. Interesting that Perisic now plays as a wing back. That still requires some mileage as Stones sweeps the ball back to Jordan Pickford, who takes an extra touch in all orange tonight. Pickford locks it long into the Croatian half. Just a single bounce and straight up into the arms of the goalkeeper at the other end, Livakovic. Livakovic of Dinamo Zagreb. 31 years of age, just a little younger than Jordan Pickford, who's now 32. Here's Stones, another experienced player in the England ranks. Back to Pickford, sideways to far side, and Stones again. Now it's with Nico O'Reilly. In the early stages of watching him breaking through at Manchester City, it was clear that he was something very special. Gets the ball away. It wasn't the greatest of clearances towards Elliot Anderson, and Anderson has misplaced his pass and it's gone straight behind for an early Croatia corner. A minute and a half gone. Croatia corner, first corner of the game going to the Croats. Zlatko Dalic sitting down pensively, hand over his mouth, taking on board the early exchanges. Perisic has a wand of a left foot. Tottenham Hotspur fans will tell you that.
We hope, of course, that we win.
Perisic to send this one in towards the box. Now plays in Dutch Eredivisie for PSV Eindhoven. England have got to be aware Big men are up. Perisic raises his left arm. He's now going to swing that left boot in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's hooked towards goal. It was always rising from Josip Sutalo, and it flies over the bar off of the right foot of the Ajax defender, another Eredivisie player. It's going to be a goal kick for England. First chance of the game, but that was hoisted high over the bar. England's defence just about did their job. Goal kick to England. We've played 2.5 minutes. Be sure to watch this Group L match through your local, regional or national television broadcaster, of course. You are listening to studio-based off-tube commentary. Group L, England 0, Croatia 0 in Arlington, Texas. In Dallas with the roof closed and the air conditioning on. They will have more testing climates to deal with, England, in this competition. I'm sure they'll be wanting to get off to a winning start. The winners of this group will play one of the third-place teams. It'll be a more tricky tie for whoever finishes second. That looked like a foul on Konza, nothing given. This is Perisic getting forward and gets the cross in towards the 6-yard box. Declan Rice is back there to mop things up over by the corner flag on this near side. Rice lifts it up towards the halfway line. No one really there for England, and it's taken down by Vuskovic. Rolls it into Modrić, who comes deep, swivels and turns it into the centre circle. Nearest player to him is Anderson. And Anderson gets the ball back off of Modrić and carefully plays it out wide to Madueke. Madueke can get forward up against Josko Vardiol. Arsenal against Manchester City, of course, a battle that saw out top flight of the English domestic game just a few weeks ago. Arsenal the champions. Reece James inside to Bellingham. I haven't really seen or mentioned Bellingham so far. Can't find Madueke, but Madueke's done well. He's won it back. Harry Kane went to scoop it forward and completely miskicked it as he tried to find Gordon. And England haven't really hit their stride yet. It's been Croatia that have been the better side in the opening 4 minutes. Just the one shot over the bar with some to spare from Sutalo. They've got the ball inside their own penalty area at the moment with Vuskovic, and Vuskovic goes long, and that's an interesting ball which Pickford will come flying out of his penalty area, gets there ahead of Musa and lofts it left-footed on the volley up in the air. Pickford quick to read the situation and deal with it amicably. Nearly 5 minutes gone. England 0, Croatia 0. So Reece James all the way back to Konza, back into Declan Rice, who's going to try and get England ticking for the first time in this game. Still 0-0. England scored 22 goals in their last 10 matches against Croatia, but just 2 clean sheets in that time, suggesting there's every chance of a goal in this game. Having said that, someone just asked me what my prediction was for the score, and I said 0-0, which I'm correct at the moment, by the way. It is 0-0. We've played 5 minutes, and England coming forward with Stones. Jacked back by O'Reilly to the halfway line, and Declan Rice doesn't like the pressure that he's been put under by Pasalic. It's good defending high up the field there from Croatia. Back to Pickford, who's going to send a long ball forward down the right-hand side. Madueke's going to do well to keep it in. Doesn't quite keep it in despite every effort to do so, and it's gone out for a throw-in to Croatia. England 0, Croatia 0. Nearly 6 minutes gone in a pretty full Dallas Stadium with the roof closed, the air conditioning on. Croatia starting the better of the two sides. So throw into England, however, just down below us in front of the technical area of Zlatko Dalic. It's going to be Ezri Konsa. Comes inside, the Aston Villa man. Look at this England team. You've got Konsa, Stones, O'Reilly, Rice.
So we hope of course that we win.
So Madueke.
We know England is one of the best teams here at the World Cup, but my personal idea is it's a draw.
All winners domestically this season. Anthony Gordon, Bellingham have won domestic honours in the past 12 months or so as well. This is Reece James. So there's a lot of winners out there for England, but haven't really got going so far. They're trying to settle down and play a little bit of a passing game at the moment. Reece James goes back to Ezri Konsa. Jordan Pickford's come a long way out of his penalty area to just sit in behind Konsa. Konsa to Reece James. This is Anderson, tries to splice open the Croatian defence. It's a touch by Modrić, but he's left it for Bellingham to get it out wide to Madueke. Madueke on the right-hand side, makes his way into the penalty area. He's got two defenders on him. Back to Reece James, lifts it into the box. It wasn't a great ball in. It's Harry Kane on the turn and just wide. Took a deflection. It's going to be a corner to England. Harry Kane didn't hit it particularly sweet. It didn't sit very nice for him, in fact. Madueke tearing it and wasn't the greatest of balls to Reece James or from Reece James. It was a bit messy, really. And Harry Kane was happy to see that one come off the knee of the defender Vuskovic and behind for an England corner. Amongst the crowd, in the crowd, Darren Anderton, remember him? 1996, he's here with his grandson today watching from the stands. He was just picked up on the big screen just now. It's Declan Rice with the corner for England. 8 minutes gone, England 0, Croatia 0 in Group L. It's Declan Rice, it's going to be an outswinger. In it goes, up goes Konza. It might come here for Madueke. He's been caught. Penalty. Madueke brought down. England get a penalty after just 8 minutes. And it was a foul by Modrić. And down went Madueke. Well, Madueke took a bit of stick the other day for rounding the goalkeeper in the friendly. And then rattling the post with an open goal. But he's clearly caught there by Modrić. It was a wild swing. The player had already run the ball and England had themselves a penalty. And I can't see there's any way that VAR are even going to contemplate ruling this one out. Well, he's missed one of his last 5 penalties for England, Harry Kane. That was off target and wide. The 4 that he's put on target have all hit the back of the net. He's usually Mr. Dependable when it comes to penalties, Harry Kane. He's up against Dominic Livakovic here. A chance for England to get off to the best possible start. Harry Kane puts the ball down on the spot, adjusts his right sock, adjusts his left sock, readjusts the ball. He will take his time. What's going through his mind at the moment? It's pure concentration etched on the face of Harry Kane. 9.5 minutes gone. Harry Kane from the penalty spot for England. Up against Dominic Livakovic. Stutters, it's saved by the goalkeeper and headed away into touch, and Josko Gvardiol gets it away, and Harry Kane has missed a penalty early on here for England. Good save by the goalkeeper Livakovic, who got down, guessed right, pushed it away. The referee's having a listen here. Harry Kane did complain to the referee and said the goalkeeper went really early, and they're listening here. The referee is listening, Clement Turpin, to his fellow French officials, Brissart and Dilajod, and the referee is having a listen. Apparently, according to Harry Kane and according to VAR, they may well have moved, the goalkeeper may well have moved. Was he off his line when Harry Kane struck the ball? Well, I tell you what, it's mighty fine, and he's going to take it again. It's going to be a retake. Well, it's a very tight call. It's going to be a retake, an offence by the goalkeeper, and Harry Kane will get to redeem himself. Well, it's a full minute since he missed that penalty. Agony for Dominic Livakovic, who made a good save, but he was off his line quickly to close things down. Harry Kane looking up to the skies at the moment. Livakovic has gone off behind the goal to pour a drink down his neck and over his head. Whistle went now. Harry Kane would roll it into an empty net, but Livakovic is back on the field now and takes his place on the line. A quick lecture from Clement Turpin, the French referee, to stay on the line. It's Harry Kane. Will he change his approach? Doesn't often miss penalties. Well, he did there. He gets a get-out-of-jail free card, and he makes no mistake by this time, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. He put it in the same corner, but the goalkeeper went the different way. And England lead after just 11 minutes here in Dallas. It's England 1, Croatia 0. And surprise, surprise, it's Harry Kane with the opening goal for the Three Lions. It's a good penalty, this one. Made no mistake, put a little bit more power in it and a little bit wider of the goalkeeper's reach. If it had gone the right way again and made the same manoeuvre, he wouldn't have stopped that one. A little better than the first. It's a get-out-of-jail free card, as I said. But England lead by a goal to 0, and it's Harry Kane off the mark. Just 2 behind Messi and 1 behind a few others. Messi's hat-trick last night puts him in pole position in the race for the Golden Boot. Folarin Balogun is one of those on 2 goals, of course. Erling Haaland, he's on 2 goals. Ronaldo fired a blank earlier on. Portugal held by DR Congo. Spain unable to get the better of Croatia. Ball back to goalkeeper Livakovic there, was nearly under hit. But it's England leading here. 12-minute penalty from Harry Kane. And it's 1-0, a retaken penalty. Konza nods the ball back to Jordan Pickford, who is a permanent fixture in between those sticks for England and has been for a decade now. Anderson picks the ball up at the edge of his penalty area, carefully plays it back to the experienced John Stones. Here is Pickford again, inside his own penalty area, long ball forward. He's headed forward by Pasalic, picked up by Harry Kane in the central position, tries to play it forward to Madueke, but cut out well by Josko Gvardiol of Manchester City. And then Martin Bartorini just keeping the ball, the Como player, Martin Bartorina. His 20th appearance for the Croatians today, the 23-year-old. So Croatia made the good start, didn't really create much. That shot over the top from Sutalo wasn't much of a threat to England. But England coming into it, winning the penalty. Madueke fouled by Modrić. The penalty from Kane saved by the goalkeeper Livakovic, but demanding a retake. Harry Kane, and he was quite right as well, because the goalkeeper was off his line too quick. Here come the Croatians with Sucic, and into the penalty area. It was a half a chance there for Petar Musa, and Ezri Konsa does just about enough. It's going to be a corner. Jude Bellingham is approaching the referee vehemently, saying that should have been a free kick. He turns brilliantly there and gets past Reece James. Sweeping up superbly was Jude Bellingham to put it behind. I don't know what his argument is, Jude Bellingham. And the referee has stopped the corner from being taken, and he's given something to England here, so maybe there was an offside. Well, I'm all very confused. He's saying he kicked it against a player. This is VAR intervening, so he's kicked it and it's touched the toes of Petar Musa. That's the first time I've seen it in the World Cup games that I've watched, and I haven't watched every game. It's VAR overturning the corner for a goal kick. And here come England with Madueke on the right-hand side. He's got a clean run towards the edge of the penalty area. Madueke, still going Madueke, still going Madueke. The block puts it behind for another England corner. And Madueke beginning to look rather useful and at the same time rather dangerous on the right-hand side for England. It's a great release pass from Harry Kane. That's what he does so well. Pops himself back into that pocket and delivers the ball, and that's where you get the likes of Bellingham and also Gordon getting into the box to support Madueke. Don't need Harry Kane in there all the time, and you've got those players popping forward. Here is Declan Rice with the corner for England. England, 15.5 minutes gone, leading by a goal to nil. Harry Kane with the penalty, looking for a second goal here are the English. It's going to be Declan Rice, mops his brow with his shoulder, raises his left arm, swings his right foot. It's a deep ball in. It's just too high for Harry Kane, and then it's hit towards goal by Anderson. Well, he doesn't score too many goals, Anderson. And hit it. It came straight back to him. He's gone all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Takes a touch. Long ball down the right-hand side from him. It's flicked on by Declan Rice, and it's going to be a throw into England. Brushed off of the defender, Josko Gvardiol. Rice with the throw all the way back to Konsa, carefully inside to Anderson. A little bit of game management won't go amiss here from England, leading by a goal to nil. It's Stones into O'Reilly, and now Gordon. Haven't seen too much on the left-hand side of England so far. Stones again, carefully back to Konsa in that number 2 shirt. Konsa doesn't like the fact that he's being closed down by Petar Musa, so he goes all the way back to Jordan Pickford, who's juggling the ball underneath his studs at the moment, jumping up and down with the ball underneath him. And here's Harry Kane dropping ever so deep. Used to get a lot of criticism for that. Doesn't so much now. He's had a fantastic couple of years at Bayern. 61 goals, was it, this season? That's unbelievable, isn't it? And okay, a lot of those were penalties, but it's still fantastic return, isn't it? For, well, he's got to be in for a shout with Ballon d'Or, hasn't he, this season? Depending on the World Cup, that could go a long way to deciding who wins that one. England surrendering possession to Gvardiol on the halfway line. It's a long ball forward from Josip Sutalo. That will travel all the way through to Jordan Pickford, and England fans have plenty to sing about in the early stages of this game. 17.5 minutes gone. England 1, Croatia 0. It's Declan Rice just outside his own penalty area. Brings it under control, gives it to Konsa. Konsa back into Declan Rice again. For Harry Kane, his 80th goal for England. Fantastic. And it's taken him 115 games to get there. Just 20 shy of 100 goals for England. That would be quite some achievement, wouldn't it? You feel that he's going to make it, and he's probably going to make it in the next couple of years. Well, this Group L match on match day 1, England with a chance to go top of the group with a win. Anderson back to Stones, carefully to Nico Riley, sends it down the line to an energetic Declan Rice, who comes back inside and finds Jude Bellingham, who reverses it back to Konsa, who can just calm things down for England, plays it inside to Anderson. Anderson wide to Bellingham on the right-hand side. Bellingham looks up, that's a good ball over the top. Reece James making a run forward, but it was just too far ahead of him, and quickly out comes Livakovic, and that's good closing down from England. Livakovic chucking it out to Voskovic, and Voskovic wasn't quite ready for it, and it's good pressing by Gordon, and they were under a bit of pressure there. Jumping high was Rice, and when he lands, he turns and wins the ball, but fouls the midfield player Sucic. So Sucic goes down, and that's going to be a free kick to Croatia just inside their own half. 19 minutes gone, England 1, Croatia 0. If you're just joining us, Harry Kane with the goal. A retaken penalty. He missed the first one, but the goalkeeper came off of his line a little too quickly. VAR picked up on it, and penalty was ordered to be retaken. Harry Kane doesn't miss 2 penalties, and made it 1-0 after Madueke was brought down by a clumsy challenge from Modrić, of all people. There's Luka Voskovic, goes into the feet of Gvardiol. He's quickly put under pressure by Madueke. The only way is backwards. Luka Voskovic into the feet of Pasalic. Pasalic can head his way forward. The Atalanta player, and he's given it away. This is Anderson. Anderson running straight into the defender, but giving the ball away. No foul given. It's one back again there by Anderson, and this time a free kick is given, but it's against England for the foul by Anderson. And Anderson, who's a man of few words, does point out to the referee, look, there was a foul there on me. If you didn't give that, didn't give the other. It's Modrić to play the ball into the feet of Gvardiol. Now Modrić again, trying to make things happen for the Croatians. Wide to this near side, and Martin Batterini. Batterini finding Perisic. Perisic has given it away to Harry Kane. Harry Kane pirouettes and gives it to Bellingham, who scoots past one and through the halfway line. This is a good break for England. It's Bellingham all on his own at the moment. Still Jude Bellingham. He might have to go alone. Still Jude Bellingham tries to squeeze through 2 defenders, and it run away from him and through to the goalkeeper, Dominic Livakovic. But a good breakaway that from England after a poor piece of play from Perisic, who gave the ball away for Croatia rather easily there. So England on the defensive at the moment, but that's going to bounce all the way back through to Jordan Pickford. Now Rice. Since the early stages when Croatia lost the opening, 5 or 6 minutes, England have been the better side, found that opening goal, and have found a bit of confidence with it as well. Konsa to the halfway line. It's laid off by Bellingham. He's got himself more involved now. Reece James back to Konsa. It's Pickford. Takes a touch. That trusted left foot of his. He thought about striking it long, but instead he prods it forward to Declan Rice. Declan Rice up to the halfway line, and Gordon. Gordon cuts inside, beats one, has a look up, plays the ball into the channel. It's a big ask from Madueke, and he stopped running very early, Madueke, knowing he wasn't going to catch it. I tell you what, if he'd have carried on sprinting there, he might have caught it, but he opted not to. Looking at the replay when Harry Kane struck the penalty, and I can tell you, he was off his line. No question at all. There's about 1.5 inches between his boot and the line. It's an absolute certainty justice was done. It wasn't a close call. He was miles off his line, and you can't do that. Disappointment for Dominik Livakovic, the experienced goalkeeper, just a little too quick off his line. Hydration break time, so don't worry, you're not missing anything. Thomas Tuchel is out having a quick chat with some of his players. The ice boxes are out and open. Likewise, Zlatko Zalic has got his players in for a chat. Goalkeeping coach having a quick word in the ear of Dominik Livakovic. If only he'd have kept his trailing leg on the line, he probably still would have made the save, to be honest with you, and he'd have got away with it. That wasn't to be. England have won their last 2 matches, having failed to win either of their friendlies in March, losing 1-0 at home to Japan and only drawing 1-1 in another disappointing match against Marcelo Bielsa's Uruguay. It was a 1-1 draw, that was, wasn't it, at Wembley. They've found their form with victories in the 2 warm-up friendlies just before this competition. And they come into Group L as the favourites. They are ranked 4 in the world. Croatia not far behind them in 11th. The Dallas Stadium has its roof shut tonight. It's still at 21 degrees, a humid night for the players. And Thomas Tuchel is really getting into his players at the moment with a passionate talk. These hydration breaks are certainly being used as a method of tactics. Tell you what we haven't seen at this World Cup is the goalkeepers going down injured so much. Towards the back end of last season, it was just happening so often in the various domestic matches that were being played around the world that I was commentating on. Goalkeepers coming down every single game. It was keen that the authorities were going to stamp that out, and they have put some foundations in place which seems to have eradicated goalkeepers picking up rogue injuries. Right, 2 sets of players are on their way back out. England leading here by 1-0. It's going to be a goal kick to Croatia. Harry Kane's penalty, the difference between the two sides, a retaken penalty. He's got some way to go to catch up with the likes of Mbappe and Messi and Ronaldo, who are all chasing down all sorts of records in this competition. Group L is where England's priorities are at the moment, and they lead Croatia by 1-0 with 25 minutes on the clock. This is Declan Rice, has to stretch slightly on the left-hand side, just inside the Croatian half, all the way back to Nico Riley, comfortably finding his Manchester City colleague John Stones, although he will be leaving City in the summer. Pickford, just outside his 6-yard box, wandering forward, pigeon steps, and then a big, long hoof down the middle. It's a long ball that Gordon will put pressure on. And, it's back from Stanisic to his goalkeeper, Livakovic, who goes long with his clearance. It's one well in the air by Musa, got the better of Anderson. Nibbling away, trying to win the ball back for England is Bellingham. It's played out wide by Gvardiol. This is Perisic, all the way across to Vuskovic. Vuskovic taking his time. The players in the Bundesliga for Hamburg, the German top flight. Gvardiol, and now Modrić has a look out towards that right-hand side. It's a pretty decent ball for Josip Stanisic, teammate of Harry Kane, of course, at Bayern. Gvardiol, wide to Perisic, quickly down the line. It's controlled neatly by Batterini. Has to go all the way back to the halfway line. Turning inside is Gvardiol, put under a little bit of pressure from Madueke to roll it across his back line of 3, and Vuskovic goes back to his goalkeeper, Dominik Livakovic. Livakovic taking it again from Sutalo. Be sure to watch this Group L match through your local, regional or national television broadcaster, of course, as well as listening in here to our studio-based off-tube commentary of Group L in England against Croatia from the Dallas Stadium in Texas, where it's 1-0 to England. Harry Kane with a penalty, retaken penalty. Here's John Stones in the D at the edge of his own penalty area. Takes it off of Anderson, gives it to O'Reilly. It's a stretch for Harry Kane, who's given it away, and there's a chance here for Croatia to maybe get the shot in. Harry Kane wins the ball back and wins a free kick as well for the block, but that could have been a chance for Vuskovic, who took it off of Harry Kane, who corrected his ills with a block. Well, they tried to overcomplicate things there. It wasn't a great ball in from Nico O'Reilly to Harry Kane, in fairness, but Harry Kane drops back in and puts the block in. Good play that from Harry Kane to rescue the situation. Wasn't a great ball from O'Reilly. That's where the problems really arose for England, but they got away with one there. This is Pickford. Stones. O'Reilly gets another quick touch off the back of that disappointing one to Kane a few moments ago. Now Stones, right-footed clearance from inside his own area, up at the halfway line. Josko Vardiol, his Manchester City teammate, is the recipient. And it goes all the way back to the other goalkeeper at the other end, Dominic Livakovic. Josko Vardiol. England have the advantage. And they play Ghana next. It's on Tuesday in Boston. Panama against Croatia, who is in Canada, in Toronto. Here come the Croatians again, getting the ball out wide towards Perisic. Perisic down by the corner flag, being watched carefully by Reece James. Can he get the cross in? The answer is an emphatic no, but he goes all the way back to Vuskovic. Vuskovic looks up and plays it out wide to Stanisic. Stanisic against Gordon. Stanisic comes inside. His left foot is not his strong foot. It wasn't a bad ball in, however. Came off of Anderson. It's away. And Modrić picks up the pieces. Modrić bring it into the feet of Sutalo. Now Pasalic. Taking his time. It wide to Gvardiol. Gvardiol gets it back from Perisic. Croatia biding their time here. Vuskovic. Bit of time and space just inside the England half. Vuskovic gets it back. This time off of Pasalic. Forward steps Josip Sutalo, Ajax man. He had the best chance for Croatia early on, which he fired well over the top of the crossbar. It's really been their only shot of any source. Trailed by a goal to nil. Josko Vardiol. Now Luka Modrić. Half an hour gone in Dallas under the closed roof. Bellingham picking up the loose ball with the help of Gordon, finding Gordon. Gordon helps it on to Rice, who plays inside to Harry Kane, and he can play it out wide to Madueke. That's good play from England. Madueke on the right, plays a low ball in, and Bellingham was arriving, and he couldn't quite get the touch. It's going to be a corner. Bellingham stays down, and he very nearly made it 2-0. Brilliant ball in that for Madueke from the right-hand side, Lyman hard, and Bellingham was making the run. Just as he got the touch, seemed to go down. It was a goal kick in the end, and that goal kick has been taken quickly. Bellingham is back on his feet, and Croatia have slammed the ball into the England half and given it straight back to England. Declan Rice and the ball at the moment. Now Nico O'Reilly to Stones. Stones for England. England 1, Croatia 0 if you're just joining us. 31 minutes gone. Team news here. Saka only on the bench for England. Kovacic on the bench for Croatia, who've just given away a free kick. It's a foul by the big striker Petr Musa on Anderson. Anderson will take the free kick. Great ball in this from Madueke. Just seemed to come together with the defender, but it wasn't a foul, and he got the last touch to Bellingham. That could have easily been 2-0. Brilliant ball in from Madueke, who won the penalty, remember. Anderson. Won by England and O'Reilly, but down goes Bellingham. England win a free kick. Declan Rice is standing over the ball, 10 yards or so inside the Croatian half, wide to Gordon. Gordon with a knock and go, but he didn't really need to go because the knock didn't get past Stanisic, who was wise to him. Nico O'Reilly will wander forward, wipes his hands on his shirt, ready to take this throw-in for England. England 1, Croatia 0. John Stones all the way back to Pickford. Pickford, all left foot, down the left-hand side. Up it goes towards Gordon. Headed away, though, with ease by Josip Sutalo. Into that midfield area. Baturina wide. Just about kept it in play, but it was a sloppy touch from Stanisic, and England quickly pounce on it with O'Reilly. Free kick has been given, I think, by Clement Turpin, the French referee. Well, it could have gone either way, to be honest. If anything, it was probably as much a foul on O'Reilly as it was on Stanisic, but it was a free kick that went the way of Croatia, and he kind of got away with one, really, there, did Stanisic. It's a sloppy touch, it's a very heavy touch. Now a long ball forward by Gvardiol. That's an interesting ball, but it will run beyond Baturina, who's chasing a lost cause, and wasn't the greatest decision-making from the England goalkeeper, Pickford. He's put the ball out of play for a throw-in on the far side, and he perhaps could have done better. Here come Croatia, looking for an equaliser. Ball in towards Perisic, heads it back, but only as far as Bellingham. It's a poor clearance from Bellingham, and then the block by Bellingham made up for it, and he takes the ball off of Madueke and quickly up towards the halfway line. Madueke now down the right-hand side. He's got space to run into. Madueke into the penalty area. Still Madueke against Modrić, pulls it back to Reece James. Reece James hangs it up to the back post. Harry Kane was ready there. That was a good header away by Vuskovic. He comes out as far as Nico O'Reilly. Now into Stones. Back inside to Anderson. Anderson looks up, plays it wide to Reece James again. Now it's with Madueke. Back to Reece James down the right-hand side. Gets to the byline, lifts it into the box. Harry Kane was there again. Good header away. That was a very important header by Baturina. And then cleared by Sutalo. But England creating a couple of decent opportunities there that they couldn't quite test the goalkeeper with. Header backwards from Perisic. This is Gvardiol. Carries it forward. England very much on top at the moment and leading by a goal to nil. Harry Kane's penalty after 12 minutes. A retaken penalty. We're listening to studio off-base commentary from Group L. England 1, Croatia 0 from the closed roof of Dallas and the Dallas Stadium in Texas here in Arlington. Good crowd here as well. Many English supporters here. But there are some Croatians, and it's great to see in this World Cup the two participating nations mixing in amongst the packed stadiums. This Group L match is currently being bossed by England, who lead by that early Harry Kane penalty. This is Reece James, inside to Stones, chips it forward, a header by Madueke. It's cut out really well by Vuskovic. He's the middle of the three defenders, but he doesn't mind getting forward, and it's now down the right-hand side for Sucic, who cuts inside, tees it up. Here's a shot. Oh, that's a fantastic equalising goal for Croatia. What a strike that was from Martin Baturina. And Croatia strike with 10 minutes to go in the first half. It's 1-1. What a hit. Well, England had the opportunity to get the ball away and didn't. And when it's teed up, Martin Baturina absolutely clobbers it into the top corner. He cuts inside on the right-hand side and does ever so well. Sucic teeing it up, and it's a great hit. And Pickford did get fingertips to it, but couldn't prevent it from going high up into the top corner. It's one of the goals of the tournament so far. Great hit. Pickford will be slightly disappointed he didn't get more on it to keep it out, but Baturina has equalised. It's his first goal in over 600 days in a Croatian shirt. It's his first ever goal in this competition. And his first ever goal in the Worlds has given Croatia a route back into this game. England 1, Croatia 1. Great strike. Well, Baturina with the equalising goal, and it's one apiece. It's back with Pickford, who goes long, up towards the edge of the penalty area. Harry Kane helps it on. That will drop through for Dominic Luvakovic. It's at the feet of Sotalo. Sotalo waits for Gordon to come and press him. Down the line from Stanisic. It's a good interception by Nico O'Reilly. Comes back inside O'Reilly. It's Reece James finding Anderson. Anderson being put under a little bit of pressure there by the Croatians, by Perisic of all people. It's good running from Perisic. He's now over the right-hand side trying to put pressure on the Croatians. Showing a little bit of energy at the moment. England 1, Croatia 1. Group L. Don't forget, you can watch this Group L match through your local, regional or national television broadcaster, of course. For now, you are listening to studio-based off-tube commentary from England against Croatia. Texas is the destination. 1-1 is the scoreline. Both teams have scored. We said there was a likelihood that both teams would score in this game. Just 2 clean sheets in the last 10 against Croatia. Although they have scored 22, England, in that time. Don't usually get too many goalless encounters between these two. So it's back all the way to Sotalo, across to Vuskovic. Vuskovic can't take any gambles. Harry Kane is breathing down his neck, so he goes back to his goalkeeper, Livakovic. Long ball forward, 6 minutes to go to half-time. Nico O'Reilly, but free kick has been given, fouled by Ezri Konsa. And free kick to Croatia, taken quickly by Modrić. Plays it out wide as well to Stanisic. Stanisic has support from Sucic, who done ever so well with the pullback for the goal. A smashing strike from Batterini into the top corner. Could Pickford have done better? Maybe. He's not the tallest of goalkeepers, Pickford, is he? He's only just at the 6-foot mark. We're just about to enter the last 5 minutes of this first half. Will, of course, be at least 3 minutes added on with the drinks break. That's Perisic that handles the ball off the pitch. So he probably won't get a yellow card for it because it's already gone off. England throw, taken by Reece James. Konsa plays it carefully inside to Stones. Slows it down to walking pace. Up towards the halfway line. It's a little shell-shocked at the moment, England, like they did in the early moments of this game when Croatia started very well. Croatia have equalised and England have lost their dominant momentum that they've had for large chunks of this first half. Here is Reece James, forward by Elliot Anderson. That's an interesting ball. Madueke can race after it. It's headed away by Vuskovic. Into touch on this near side from the Hamburg defender, Vuskovic, and it's going to drop behind for a corner to England. England 1, Croatia 1 in Group L. A rerun of the semi-final tie, which Croatia came from behind to win 2-1 8 years ago. Declan Rice is coming forward to take this corner for England on the right-hand side. Stones is waiting. Konsa's in there as well. Harry Kane, O'Reilly. They are the artillery for Rice to try and aim for. His corner kicks have been pretty productive in the domestic season for Arsenal this time around. It is the cross and a brilliant header, and it's Harry Kane. Oh, he timed his run and no one tracked him, and Harry Kane puts it into the corner, and England are back in front. His second goal of the game. It's Harry Kane. You can't give him that sort of room, and Declan Rice's delivery does the business for England, who lead just before half-time. Harry Kane again at the double. Smashing header. He lurks at the back on the 18-yard line, makes a run across, no one picks him up, and he heads it from pretty much on the penalty spot into the corner. And Croatia didn't have a plan for it. They didn't track him. He was so far back, they didn't consider Harry Kane. It wasn't even right into the corner. It was quite close to the goalkeeper, who seemed rooted. It seemed to shock the Croatians, that corner. Well, it's one off the training ground, and wherever Thomas Tuchel discovered that, well, he needs to go and find some more. Rather like it. That's a great corner kick routine. And in this Group L match, it is 2-1 to England, and Harry Kane scores his 10th goal at the finals of the World Tournament, levelling the record previously set by a certain Gary Lineker. First assist in this tournament for Declan Rice. And England back in front again. Glorious header from Harry Kane, cancelling out Croatia's comeback goal from Baturina, which was a wonderful strike. It's with Pickford, who might be criticised for the inability to keep the Croatian goal out. Well, they've looked dangerous at times, the Croatians. They are a very good side. They've got some super talent out on that pitch. They've got great experience. They have the know-how. They have the desire. This is not an easy game, but England have closed the ball down with Madueke. Madueke and Kane went for the same ball and kind of got in each other's way, and the ball bobbled away from the pair of them. They could have been through there. They were rather lucky, Croatia. They nearly got caught out. England leading by 2-1, and we've got a minute and a half of the first half remaining. There will be at least, of course, 3 minutes to play on top of that because of the hydration break. And Stones carefully guides it back to his... In fact, it wasn't Stones, it was Anderson, I beg your pardon. Here's Stones on the left-hand side for England. Musa closes him down. O'Reilly gets away from his man, just about keeps it in play, and Declan Rice can speed over the halfway line and sends it out wide again to Nico O'Reilly. Goes inside, then goes outside. Then he comes inside again before eventually finding Gordon. Gordon to Bellingham. Bellingham is fouled, and that will be a free kick to England around about 25 yards out, just slightly left of centre, but certainly within striking distance of somebody. Well, Messi got a hat-trick yesterday in the competition. Harry Kane's on one here, you know. And I wonder if he might fancy this. There will be other suitors. I can reel off quite a few. Declan Rice, Reece James, Anthony Gordon, Jude Bellingham. You get the feeling it's going to be Harry Kane, don't you? Madueke's come in to put his bid on the table. Harry Kane's moved away. 5 minutes of added time, says the fourth official from Mexico, Katia Itzel, one of the female officials at this competition. Reece James is one of the players over the ball. Madueke is the other. Well, we know what Reece James can do from free kicks. He's done it before for England. Madueke would be the left-footed option. Reece James is the player putting the ball down, and Croatia have built themselves a very well-drilled 4-man wall just outside their 18-yard box, which tells you how close it is. Madueke is measuring his strides, but I think this is going to be a Reece James belter. It is. It's Reece James. It's at Modrić. Modrić makes the block, and it can be cleared away by the goal scorer for Croatia, Baturina. England 2, Croatia 1. We're into 5 minutes of stoppage time, of which we have played 1 minute already, and that was a rather wasted free kick, really, from England. So England up against Ghana next Tuesday, Panama on the same day against Croatia, and then the following Saturday it's Panama against England in New York. Croatia, Ghana will be in Philadelphia. Perisic for Croatia on the left-hand side, scurries inside, gives it quickly to Pasalic. Pasalic guiding his way forward into the feet of Gvardiol. This is Baturini. Satala. Hooked on by Vuskovic. Modrić sweeping it out to the left. Not a great ball, though, for Gvardiol, who's left under a bit of pressure from two players there. Bellingham and Madueke. Manages to find Modrić, who carefully coaxes the ball inside. Modrić, 41 this coming September. As he said in an interview before the game, ages but a number. It's kept in play by Perisic, was it? In fact, it wasn't. The assistant referee has waved their flag down on this near side. It's going to be a throw-in to England. Just having another look at the Harry Kane goal. It was just an element of surprise where Declan Rice plays the ball quite a long way out. Harry Kane makes the run from the 18-yard line to the penalty spot. It's inch perfect. No one can pick him up. And it's caught the Croatians completely. Here's Madueke, closed down by Modrić. Harry Kane plays it inside, but he's given it away to Pasalic. Now it's with Perisic on the left-hand side. Perisic back inside to Modrić, keeps it moving really quickly. Baturina lays it off. It's another long-range effort, this time rising just over and just wide from Pasalic, but it's another half-decent strike from the Croatians from distance, and that's where they've been restricted to their opportunities. That wasn't a bad hit. It was a little too wide and no problem for Pickford. Not quite the same calibre of strike as that of Baturina a little early on to equalise for the Croatians. England 2, Croatia 1. It's Pickford with the clearance, left-footed of course. Now towards Gordon, beaten in the air easily by Josip Sutalo. Forward by Gvardiol. Puts Modrić under a bit of pressure. Modrić clashes with Harry Kane, runs into Harry Kane. Harry Kane rather unfortunate to be penalised, but the referee sees it as a foul. I think it might be actually for Anderson grabbing the shoulder of Modrić beforehand. Anyway, free kick to Croatia. Taken quickly. This is Pasalic. Plays it out wide to former Spurs man Ivan Perisic. Then back inside by Gvardiol. Gvardiol finding Modrić. Modrić through the halfway line. It's at the feet of Baturina. He plays in Gvardiol. And then wide again to Baturina. Baturina comes inside. It's a pass to Vuskovic. Vuskovic never afraid to get forward, and here he is now. Plays it off to Sutalo. Sutalo to Vuskovic. Everyone in the white shirt of England behind the ball. Deep into stoppage time. Ball into the penalty area. Chance for Croatia, and they equalise. And it's Petar Musa that makes it 2-2. Literally with the last kick of stoppage time. The ball into the box, and England didn't deal with it. And Croatia have levelled things off at 2-2. Well, he hasn't got a great scoring record. He might just be offside here, I fear. The run from Perisic, but he caused the problems and it was swept home by Petar Musa. I'm just wondering if Perisic was in an offside position. This new automated offside system does seem to come up with different results to what the naked eye often sees. And, well, the goal does count. The half-time whistle blows. 4 first-half goals to speculate upon. But there is no dividing England and Croatia at the halfway stage. 2 goals for Harry Kane. Having missed his first penalty, he scored the second. It's a smashing strike from Baturina. Brought the Croatians back. They've had to battle back twice. And right on half-time, Musa scoring with what was, in the end, the very last kick of the first half. Half-time is England 2, Croatia 2, and we'll be back for that second half right after this short break. Player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.
Atenció, sisplau. El Real Madrid, Marcelo, amb el número 12. Atención, foul. Al Real Madrid, Higuaín, al Madrid, 110, Di María.